Episode 3, the CESTA QUE Trust and Government Securities. Have you ever wondered why your name appears in all caps on legal documents? Why your birth certificate has a registration number? Or why government agencies seem to track your every move? What if I told you that, legally speaking, you were turned into a financial instrument at birth? Welcome to Episode 3, the CESTA QUE Trust and Government Securities. This is where commerce, identity, and ancient law collide and reveal the game hidden behind your legal name. The birth of the legal fiction. When you were born, your parents signed a birth certificate. What they likely didn't know is that this wasn't just a record. It was the creation of a trust. The government created a legal entity in your name, using all capital letters, a naming convention reserved for corporations. This entity is called the strawman. It's not you, it's a separate legal fiction. And that legal fiction was then used to generate a bond, a financial security. It was registered with the Department of Commerce and became collateral, used to back government borrowing. You, the living man or woman, are considered the surety, the one responsible for paying the debts of the strawman. CUSIP numbers and securities. Now, let's go deeper. Ever heard of a CUSIP number? CUSIP stands for the Committee on Uniform Securities Identification Procedures. Every security traded on Wall Street has a CUSIP. And yes, so does the bond tied to your birth certificate. You're not just a citizen, you are a commodity, a financial instrument. Your strawman account can be fined, taxed, imprisoned, because it operates under commercial law. And you are presumed to represent it in every legal interaction. The CESTA QUE Trust of 1666. So where did this system come from? It goes all the way back to 1666, the year of the Great Fire of London. Also, very interesting that is when it took place. England's Parliament passed the CESTA QUE Act, declaring that people missing or presumed dead could have their property held in trust by the state until they returned. Fast forward to today. When you're born, the system presumes you are legally dead until you claim your status as a living being. Why? Because legally dead entities, like trusts and corporations, can be taxed and controlled. So, unless you rebut that presumption, the government continues to act as trustee of your estate. You are treated as missing, legally incompetent, and subject to commercial law. How the court sees you. When you walk into court and the judge says, "Is John Doe present?" That's not you they're calling. That's the strawman trust. And when you answer yes, you just claimed the role of surety for the trust, stepped into commercial jurisdiction, consented to be the debtor. But what if you responded differently? I appear as the living man, beneficiary and executor of the John Doe Trust, all rights reserved. Suddenly, everything changes. The judge is now the public trustee. The court's authority becomes limited, and you've reclaimed your rightful place as beneficiary, the one who controls the trust. Taking back your power. Once you understand this system, you realize something profound. You are not a person. You are not a number. You are not a fiction. You are the living soul, conscious, sovereign, and endowed with unalienable rights. But the system doesn't see you until you speak as the living, until you separate from the strawman, until you operate from honor, not ignorance. You don't fight the system. You step outside of its assumptions. By knowing about the CESTA QUE Trust, You stop being a debtor and become the creditor of your own estate. Closing thoughts. You are not a name on paper. You are not a barcode. You are not collateral. You are a living man, a living woman, a child of the Most High. And it's time to start acting like it. This is how we move from the public to the private. Welcome to living in the private.